This is from October 13th, 2015. Something that once felt so natural now has to be forced because I am not the same person. Nothing is the same. That woman is dead. She is never coming back. I am hopelessly naive enough to believe that there are pieces of her around that I can find or catch. I just refuse to believe that an entire human being can disappear without a trace, leaving behind so much discord and disorder. Why did she leave me? Is she a coward? Has she lost so much hope? How could there be no trace? It just seems illogical for there to be no piece of her anywhere. Shells are useless when they aren't actually protecting anything. An empty container, a host. A host for a shell, a husk. Half empty, half full, all shadow. What do you do with an empty shell? Throw it away? Unfortunately, most people would never be able to just look at me and tell that I am an empty container. I am expected to live the rest of my life, the rest of my natural life, in this condition. The whole situation infuriates me. I am filled with an anger that I never knew before. I can never process the world the way I used to. Sometimes I wonder if it is my anger and extreme dissatisfaction with humanity that has kept me alive for the past few years. There is not much to live for when you are so tired. Yet no matter how angry and dissatisfied I am still deserted. I don't even receive the gift of being haunted by the voice of my former self. I barely remember her. There is no evidence that she ever existed. Is there any point of speaking at all when it doesn't actually improve upon the silence? When your voice won't change a thing? Is this how potential change makers die, when they succumb to their own anger and hopelessness? How do you know for sure when a situation truly has no hope left? Can I rest now? Why is it okay to destroy a person yet expect that person's husk to continue on a path to nowhere? You wouldn't expect a vehicle to safely get to its destination 300 miles away after you just slashed its tires and there are no tires around to replace them. My voice, what's left of it, means nothing. Even my writing serves no purpose. It is all pointless. I am expected to continue on in this world when this world took my life. I tried to speak out against injustice, but it is abundantly clear that the people who use their voice in that matter are the enemy. They don't teach you about what happens to people who try to fight wrong when you are a child. You discover the horrible truth only when it's too late to take your words back. If I were ever so unfortunate enough to have children, I would teach them that people who use their voices eventually have their tongues ripped out. They get beaten down until they are unrecognizable. They become hated until they themselves learn to hate. I didn't learn to hate until I was stomped to death. It wasn't until my love and passion for life was pressed out of me like a valuable oil that I questioned the point of my existence. It wasn't until I was severely punished for trying to save myself that the seeds for my disdain for humanity had been planted. And over the years, when I begrudgingly saw that the true picture, what it truly meant to serve your country, those seeds have flourished. Roots, branches, stems, leaves, fruits have all filled me and choked me. One's body is not meant to be a vessel of such things. It's not the same as having a soul or a voice. Oh, I believe that's finished.